picked up a little bit of color this weekend. Pretty nice weekend here in Costa Mesa. The weather was great. I think we were somewhere in the 70s pretty much all weekend. Mornings were a little cooler with some cloud cover, but overall weather was, I can't complain. I didn't get too hot like you would expect me coming in down here in sunny California. So it was great, fantastic. My throwing, on the other hand, day 2 did not go as planned. As I covered in day 1, bombed out on the sheaf, kind of tweaked my rib on that, and I didn't think anything much of it on that day. But waking up Sunday morning, totally different story. It's feeling like pretty good bruise. I don't really know if it's just kind of where the soft tissue, the muscle kind of connects into the rib, or if it was a rib itself that kind of got, I don't know, moved around a little bit, like just jarred or something. I don't really know. All I know is it hurt like a son of a bitch doing hammers. Came out, we started with light hammers just because the field at Costa Mesa is pretty small, and so for safety of everybody, the A-class guys were throwing that day as well, and they take up a lot of field space as well because they're throwing good numbers too. So just to keep the traffic at a minimum, us pro men came out and threw light hammers to start the day. As soon as I started winding on the hammer, I was like, man, this thing hurts. Not able to get, even hurts today, but like reaching over my head like this, it really just kind of just hurts the whole flank right here. And as such, did very poorly on hammers. Ended up throwing like 107, which is about where I should throw heavy hammer, and only 5 feet further, or about 7 feet further than I threw the heavy hammer the day before. So really disappointed in that, and it really did affect me all day. The rib is what it is, though. I think halfway through the day on day 1, I was really optimistic, despite bombing on Bray Marstone. I was really optimistic I could lock up third place, or I could fight hard for third place anyway. The other guys were right there with me, but after bombing in sheaf and injuring myself, there was no coming back from that. So super unfortunate series of events, but hey, that's just the way it is. So plan is to figure out whatever this is. I'm hoping it's kind of more just a bruise, contusion, whatever, and I can fix it through some really easy remedies like just icing and heating and just kind of take a little bit of ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever it takes, so I can get back and get training. I was going to play in a rugby tournament this weekend. Not going to do that, I don't think. Not with the way the rib's feeling. I don't want to set myself back because I only got a couple weeks till I head over to Salt Lake City, and I want to be able to move at Salt Lake City. So enjoy the footage here from day 2. Like I said, fantastic day. I'm going to slip in some footage of JVB. The man is back. For those of you big fan of the sport, John Van Beuren retiring last year was left a big hole in the pro class, especially for the American throwers. I can tell you without a doubt, throwing next to him this weekend, he's in top form. I threw with him in 24 and saw him up close and personal. And now his first game back, 25. If this is any indicator of what the season's going to be for him, I don't think there's much safe. He took attempts at the world record for standing wob. He had a good heavyweight throw, really good heavyweight throw. He had a really good series of hammers, going 120 and some change for the heavy hammer and 145 in the light hammer. And he had some good stones. I think he's probably put up the best marks anybody has across the world this year so far in almost every event. So that's just 1 games. Super excited to have the guy back. Super excited to see where he goes for the season. I do get to throw with him again 2 more times. Salt Lake City and Enumclaw. So really happy to have the guy back on the circuit, and looking forward to just hanging. All right, like I said, enjoy the footage of day 2 and me writhing in pain for most of the day. Thanks for watching. Keep at it. Keep training. See y'all in the next one. All right, as promised, a little footage of JVB in action. This wasn't his best throw, but it was his first throw. I don't remember exactly what his series was, but it was all high 130s and then that 145. Just he was crushing it out there on the day. You can see me right here. Just go ahead and clutch for the side as soon as I threw. What you're gonna notice with my throws here is, I promise, guys, I'm not faking it. I was not faking it at this point, but you can really see how I favored and moved away from the right side, especially in this throw right here. I think, yeah, I was just not getting any stretch, not getting that right arm stretched over like I need to, and especially with the light hammer where I try to push my hips laterally as far as I can to get away from the ball when the ball's up at its peak and its low point. But I just could not get there, man. It was tough. It was taking my breath away almost to the point at the end of the stretch that it was allowing me. So certainly not as smooth of a movement as you need to be able to throw the hammers far. So just freaking super disappointed in that. Weird, stupid injury, man. Just pulling down on a sheaf of all things. It's kind of just in my head on that third throw on the sheaf the day before that I needed to get it, so I tried hard and paid the price for it. I don't know what I could have done differently. I mobilized and stretched like I normally do beforehand, but sometimes it'd be like that. It was affecting me with the stone as well. I think it was in my mind. A lot of it was in my mind, but I still couldn't get the kind of movement through the torso as I need to get, even with the stone. Just everything we do is going to have that separation between the hips and the shoulders, and all the rotation stuff was just causing it to want to lock down and pull back. The body just not letting it do what it needed to do. I think I only pulled off like a 44-foot throw with a fairly favorable stone. So yeah, here's what it is. Somehow managed to not get my one make I had at 14 feet. Walked up on the first throw at 14, got it over, no problems. And then 15, you can see, that's the two throws that I did leave in here, was my two attempts at 15, and man, they weren't even close. I think 14 feet was all I was going to be able to expect out of the day. Again, I'm not going to tell you exactly why. This should have been about the only event that didn't rely on twisting. Of course, bracing, and bracing did hurt, but I don't really worry about pain a lot as much as I worry about restriction. I think I was just my CNS, my body was just telling me to, like, hey, knock it off and temper it down some. So I should have been good for 15 feet easily that day, but hey, didn't have it. And then we went into the lightweight for distance, and I, by this point, had lubricated myself a little bit. We won't talk about how, because you shouldn't do that on the field. You can do with that information whatever you want. This wasn't, we got to move the trig over for our throws. It was pretty chewed up by the time we got to it, because this was kind of near the end of day one or day two. Overall, I felt like I moved through the trig pretty well. But again, I just had nothing, man. I had no pop by this point in the day. 69 feet or 68 feet was the best I could manage. I didn't even hit 70 feet, man. That's pathetic in this beautiful weather. Well, you see there in these last couple of shots, the weather was just great. Picked up a little color, a little redness on this. Shout out to Costa Mesa. Did not expect sleeveless shirts. Pretty cool sleeveless shirts, I'll say. I like them. Did not expect it. And your boys' arms, upper arms, they haven't seen a whole lot of sunshine this year, but hey, we got the nice base tan going now. Yeah, so I think that was my best throw. I think it was 68 and some change. Tried to work some favor with Eddie here, maybe like, oh, hey, I'll pull the tape for you, buddy. Just give me a better call. But he wasn't falling for it, man. That Eddie, he's stern but fair. And then that was it for the competition polls on everything. We went into the challenge event of one of the challenge events of the day. It was supposed to be a keg toss, but somebody forgot the keg, so we threw sheaf for distance, which is okay by me because I was going to suck at all of it anyway. It didn't matter. The boys and I decided also it was time for a little bit of sexy Sunday action, and we went tarps off for this. You know, got to give the people what they want, and they wanted to see some skin, and who are we to deny them? We really do this for the people at this point, so you got to take care of your fans because they take care of you. So sheaf for distance is the first time I've officially done it in a games. I've never measured. I've done just in training a little bit of sheaf for distance, but I have seen it enough and I know the technique. Talking again, shout out to Scott Farr. You know, I've seen how he does it. And the Burchettes. So I kind of had an idea of what to do. It didn't fare too badly. I think I was in the mid 40s when the winning throw was about 48 or 49. So that was not my best throw. That was my first throw, just trying to figure it out, kind of pull myself off balance. And I think this was my best throw coming up. Yeah, it was fun event, fun day. I can't say enough good things about Costa Mesa. I'm super glad I got the invite. I'm really sorry if y'all are watching this, Jim and Kathy and whoever else is in charge of decision making. Really sorry that the injury kind of held me back because I was hoping to podium this thing, but I'm happy they invited me, happy to have me, and I would love to come back. I'd recommend this games for anybody to go to it. Really, sunny Southern California and in spring, not a bad time at all. So anyway, here's Kyle being a badass.
Somebody give him a